64-page celebration issue. One of the longest runs in modern comics right now under writer Robert Venditti, who kickstarted the modern Valiant universe with X-O Manowar #1 way back in 2012. And he is closing out the series with Long Live the King, which will culminate in X-O 50 later this month. So, Dan, you want to tell us about what's in store?
Yeah, Rob is ending his total 56 issues on this character, including any of the one-shots as well. It really is a culmination of everything that's happened in the last 49 issues. It is a big blowout blockbuster, but with most things with Valiant, we're not just all flash in the pan. There's heart behind it. So, and we also have up here, this is our main cover for the book. We had 50 different artists do their version of X-O, and we put it all together with that, colored by Dave Barron. And David actually informed me that each one of those X-Os, the yellows and the blues that were used, none of them are the same. They're all different, slight shifts in the color spectrum. So he never used the same blue or the same yellow, which is crazy. And he did each one individually and then put them together. This was a big, massive project, and it's one of the most proud things that we've done.
Who are some of the artists on here? I see we have Carrie Nord in the center, Paulo Rivera. Who else?
In the bottom left corner, again, Mr. Bob Layton. I believe there's also one in the center by that man down on the end.
Yeah, just to go with how long you guys have been working on this, I realized that I had finished mine before Baltimore of last year, so you guys have been done for at least a year for this cover.
Clearly this was a passion project of our
Associate Director of Digital Media and Special Projects.
Yeah, Josh Johns, who has been with the company since since the beginning, right, Adam? He's been doing a lot, and this was a huge project, huge undertaking. Took a lot of work, many people involved, but this is
thrilled.
Yeah,
this is going to be the standard A shelf cover. So
could not imagine that we would ever have done something this big, and I don't think anyone in the industry has done anything like this before.
So another cool thing about X-O 50 is it allowed Robert to team up with some of his artists that he worked with through his various runs in X-O Manowar, including Doug Braithwaite, Carrie Nord is doing the spread,
Diego Rodriguez, or Diego Bernard, and if you want to pull that one up, and then we've got Rafa Sandoval as well, and Robert Gill. It's a beautiful, recollection of everything that's happened since issue 1, and it was a beautiful book to put together. And I believe someone else on this panel actually had a story in there as well, which if you want to tease a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Clayton and I do Neela Time Walker story. That'll be her first appearance since Ivar Time Walker ended, and that was super fun, and so that'll be in 50 as well.
Who else do we have? Jody Hauser wrote a story with Javier Pulido.
Oh yeah, that is a beautiful piece as well. And then I believe there's another one, but
we don't want to give anything away.
You'll enjoy.
Yeah. So
once we get to the end.
X-O Manowar 50, that is on sale September 28th. Also a big thing going on with X-O Manowar here at Baltimore. Issue 49 that came out this month was the millionth copy of X-O Manowar sold since Robert Venditti launched the title in 2012. So that is a huge achievement for the series and for Valiant as well. We're incredibly proud. We actually went down to the printer in Virginia, pulled the millionth copy directly off the printer with Rob there.
And Fred Pierce, our publisher, the two of them pulled the
Welcome
1
into
million.
the world.
Yeah, they delivered that 1 millionth book. And
we had the CGC, the Certified Guarantee Company, rate it, encase it, and it is on display right now. Do you know where it is right now, Adam?
Today we're doing kind of a Stanley Cup tour with it around the convention room floor, and today it's with big
to further celebrate that, we are embossing any covers of X-O Manowar 49 that you can purchase at the booth, or if you have your own copy. It looks pretty cool. And then after this, it will be entering the Juppies Entertainment Museum in its permanent collection, alongside, you know, the most renowned, famous comic books in the industry that go way back through the 1930s, 40s, all the big number ones. X-O will be standing right there with the best of them. So
yeah, if you guys haven't been there, it's a beautiful walk through town.
yeah.
Also, it should be noted that we're only embossing at here at Baltimore and at Fan Expo, which is this weekend. And then after that, the embossers are actually going to be destroyed, so it won't be any more.
That'll be
Yeah.
Swap down. Awesome. And then next, A&A, The Adventures of Archer and Armstrong. Mr. Rafer Roberts, you want to tell us what's going on with these two jokers?
Sure. The current storyline. How many people have been following along with A&A? All right, cool. Thank you.
Excellent.
If you haven't, go to his booth.
Yep.
Get the first trade of A&A.
Yep.
Bunch of single issues.
Yeah, in the current storyline, they are on the road looking for Armstrong's wife, who he forgot about a few thousand years ago.
It happens.
Yeah, you're immortal and you drink a lot, it'll happen. So they've made a slight detour, found a circus filled with a bunch of performers who bear a striking resemblance to Armstrong that is being run by some very, very communist circus ringmasters, including one of my new favorite characters is Ivan the Bear. He is a bear. On these pages here is the introduction of also everybody's my new favorite character. That's Gub Gub. He is a tiny little, he's like a puppy. He's an adorable little puppy. All he says is Gub Gub, and he looks like a deformed little Armstrong. Takes an instant liking to the bigger version of himself, follows him around like a puppy.
And the pages that we've been getting from Mike Morgan,
it's actually a pleasure working with Mike too. Just you know you're doing a good thing. Yeah, he hits his deadlines, and he'll send like the most gorgeous pages in with his subject line, "I hate you all." Just like the amount of detail and just joy that I can see coming through on the pages.
Yeah, Rafer has been just ramping up with how much detail he wants to put in those pages, just to have a little fun.
Yeah, I try to give Mike some fun stuff to draw too. Oh yeah, here's my favorite secret. The old
circus, right?
Yeah, the old classic. Let's put on disguises and make our way through the circus adventure, which I believe they get found out like basically immediately in just the most dramatic way in public, as they accidentally murder a clown.
Even though, let's stay on this page for a second. Even though the lettering isn't there, I believe Mr. Dave Sharp is sitting back there. That was one of my. Everybody say hi to Dave.
Hey,
Dave. Dave letters I'd say majority of our books. Yes. But that was one of my favorite pages to letter, because as you see Archer spinning around on the thing, how we led the you led the eye around there to circle back down to him tossing that blade. It was a beautiful thing. Is 7 out?
7 comes out next week.
Comes out next week, so go check it out, guys. If you not that you haven't already, but.
Then we even have a special treat for people here.
Oh.
Yeah, issue 8.
Ooh. Well, we've both seen these pages.
Yeah, these are great.
So talk a little bit about this opening scene.
Oh, yeah, we have a flashback to the Battle of Stalingrad. We have a special guest appearance by the Eternal Warrior himself. Just following the battle, we see that Armstrong has come to visit to rescue some works of art as well as caches of booze. In order to keep them safe from sort of like,
You said the same thing twice.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And we also learn how the Soviets have gotten a hold of some of Armstrong's DNA to create this circus full of hybrids. What page? Oh yes, okay, it's right there. Yeah, see, he's giving a finger to a sniper, because they blew up his very fancy bottle of booze, and they just shoot off his finger. And Ivan the human down there, spoiler alert, grabs the finger.
Can you say that before you say this?
Yeah. But yeah, it's absolutely. It really is. We were having this. I can't believe this is like my job. Writing this, just like this weird stuff, and just emails back and forth. Half of it is Mike sending gorgeous pages telling us that he hates us, and us responding with like gifs of like laughing devils and like this is comics professional right here. It's an absolute pleasure.
And a couple more pages from issue 8.
Oh yeah, so these were the ones we were talking about earlier. We see Gub Gub in the backseat there, and in your script you were like he's basically like a happy puppy, like if he had a tail it'd be wagging, and not in the script what Mike had done in that fourth panel on that page on the left, he is just the drool is just flying out of his mouth because they're driving through. This is fantastic.
Awesome.
And then a little sneak peek of what may be Archer's long lost wife.
Armstrong.
Well, yeah. Details.
Sorry.
Spoiler.
Awesome. Coming up next, I believe it's in October. Yes, Bloodshot Reborn 18. It's an epilogue to the Bloodshot Island story arc that's currently going on right now. That wraps up next week in Bloodshot 17. So, just to bring people up to speed, for the past several months, Bloodshot has been trapped on a mysterious island by Project Rising Spirit with other former Nanite and Pan soldiers that have been sort of tossed to the scrap pile. It's sort of like the island of misfit toys, where every day they are hunted and killed by Deathmate. For people from the old Valiant, that name should probably ring a bell or two. But in Bloodshot 18, they are attempting to escape from the island. And this showcases the artwork of Tomas Giorello, who did 4001 AD War Mother with Fred over here. And this is his next full set of interiors. He's now a Valiant exclusive artist. Danny, do you want to talk a little bit about
Yeah, I mean,
Bloodshot Reborn?
Tomas's art is just absolutely amazing. Like, you're working with him on War Mother. Like, how was it seeing those pages coming in?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
He definitely, we were trying to bring kind of like a heavy metal vibe to War Mother. He really kind of brought it to the next level. It was terrific.
Bloodshot Reborn has been a really great series to work on. As he said, this is kind of the epilogue capping Bloodshot Reborn before we ramp up into Bloodshot USA, which, if you haven't seen pages from that, it's
We'll get there.
Oh, we're getting there?
We're getting there.
So this is just a little, epilogue / prelude to Bloodshot USA. But this series, Jeff Lemire has been playing with the ideas of the fact that we've had Bloodshots, for pretty much every war. So, we have Vietnam, we have Quiet Man, we have all these different Bloodshots that ended up on that island.
One from World War II, one from the Cold War,
One from Vietnam, and Gulf War. And then our Bloodshot.
You forgot about Bloodhound.
Bloodhound!
The character
Have you guys
from
been
2016.
Bloodhound? Oh, has 16 hit stands?
16, yes.
Oh, that's basically a Bloodhound spotlight issue. It's fantastic.
So Bloodhound, the name is pretty obvious, but is a dog with Bloodshot's nanites.
It's fantastic.
So, yes, as we were saying, this all leads into our next Future of Valiant series, Bloodshot USA. It's going to be a self-contained mini event, 4 issues long, starts in October. Jeff Lemire will be writing the series along with our big artist Doug Braithwaite, who has done Armor Hunters for us, Operation Deadside and Ninjak, Imperium, so we're really excited about this one. Danny, you want to tell us what the premise of Bloodshot